So now we are walking to our first destination.
Yeah, it's Tel Napoleon.
Tel Napoleon. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. But look, you just already can find these used to be ancient pottery, like jars, whatever.
So this is Tel Napoleon, and we're going to trek up the
area.
I guess these are sort of like natural-ish stairs, and it continues. Wow, what a beautiful place.
It used to be a Philistine settlement. A few Philistine artifacts were found here. I think that also Egyptian things were found here. Definitely people lived here during the time of the ancient kingdom of Israel and that time period. It's called Napoleon Mountain because when Napoleon tried to take over the land of Israel, they set up a camp here.
We're going to walk through history. Guys, but the view here, even regardless of, what this place is, I understand, wow, how pretty. I understand why people come here with their dogs. I mean, look at that. Wow.
There used to be a village in the area called Jerisha. There are suggestions that it is a place that is mentioned in the Bible as being part of Ephraim's allotment. Over there, like all of the trees over here are from the Yarkon Park, Park Yarkon.
So how is it for you living in Tel Aviv?
Amazing, I love Tel Aviv. It's a good place for lazy people. I'm very lazy. I can realize that I'm hungry at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But of course I'm too lazy to do anything about it, so I'll just go on Wolt and order food.
Because the city never sleeps, right?
Yeah, the city never sleeps. There's always things open. I think that this is, for example, a place where they dug. Wow! Wow! Interesting.
What is this?
No, it's not, man. It wasn't. Wow. Okay, I've never seen that before. Interesting. If there's anything that we need to take from today, is that Tel Aviv has archaeology and it has nature.
Israel is really good actually at planting. Oh, we missed it, guys. I scared it away. Sorry, Jackal. He's like, I'm not interested in all this talk.
We are walking towards the Yarkon River, or Yarkon stream, Nachal Yarkon.
Oh, hi birdies. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't know the birds' names. Or if it's a duck. Look at that. Wow. So guys, we're going into the different areas of the Yarkon. This is probably a bit more of the, I don't know if well known or popular, but you have this huge sort of lake. But this is a beautiful place to just walk. I'm sure in the evening it's really nice. They probably do events here. You can do picnics. You can take people out on dates.
How many people?
How many?
You said take people out on dates. So.
Until you find. You say this. You say I have a spot, and then you go to the same spot with the same person, and then break some hearts.
Yeah.
With you, you shine so bright.
an ancient Philistine settlement. It was inhabited around the 11th century BCE. It was preserved quite nicely. There were the Philistines chose to live here. Now we are now opposite the Napoleon mountain, the Har Napoleon that was over that direction. So we are now on the other bank of the Yarkon stream. And the Napoleon mountain was a Canaanite location. This was a Philistine location. Later on, it was occupied by the Kingdom of Judah. So there were one of the first discoveries here was two potsherds, like two things of clay like that, but with Hebrew inscription, unlike this one, mentioning sending grains and whatever. So there was a Jewish fortress, and Jewish people lived here for a short period of time. Later on, it became a Roman settlement. So most of the remains that we see here are from the Roman period. I'm going to go up. And wow. Did you see the oven? It was actually, imagine like people, yeah, imagine people cooking here. And then when they wanted to make wine, one second, what was that? When they wanted to make oil, so they would use this. This is an oil press. And when they wanted to make wine, they would use the wine press. Residential quarter. Yeah, the people lived here. This is an ancient town where people used to live here, and it was quite close to the beach because, you have the Yarkon River, Yarkon stream down over there, and the sea is over that direction. So it's a good location, a prime location. I hope the rent they paid back then isn't like they pay today. Yeah, you can see an explanation. The residential and industrial quarter was built by the Philistines in the 11th century and partly restored during the period of David and Solomon. This is the area of the temples, Philistine temples.
Oh my gosh, wow.
They would sacrifice animals here. They were not vegan. Philistines did like the idol worshipping. They were quite good at that.
First of all, guys, it is very hot. I cannot get my other mic to work. So until we fix that, it's not going to be fixed. But wow, I mean, look, that is just. I love living here, really, I do.
History of Israel, like we love focusing on the Jewish related stuff, and for example, even here, there were found a lot of Jewish or Judean artifacts, but it's also very interesting to look at the bigger picture and to learn about the Canaanites that lived in the Napoleon hill over there, or the Philistines that created their temples over here, the Romans that later on dug wells here, and I think that's even a Byzantine or Ottoman well. So like all of those different cultures that also lived and existed here. Of course, we were not the only people, although it is the land of Israel. It's interesting to know about all the other different cultures that existed here too. Yeah, we have here In this area there are 4 different mosaics from 4 different locations. This Samaritan house of worship, it's a better definition than a synagogue or church, dated to the 6th century CE. And there are two things that are interesting about it. It is like, I don't know how you can see it, but there's like a kind of medallion-shaped figure,
Right.
where it's in Greek. Both the one over here and over there, it's in Greek. But that medallion-shaped inscription or writing says "Peace upon Israel." So it's like the Greek variation for peace upon Israel. And people say that there was no Israel before 1948. Well, here's a mosaic from the 6th century in the land of Israel saying peace upon Israel. And now, like here, we have a segment of a mosaic from a synagogue, from an actual synagogue, from Tiberias, from 7th to 8th century. That is after the Islamic conquest. And you can see like the lulav and etrog, and another lulav and another etrog, and they had a theme. They're all like arbata minim, the 4 species of tabernacles of Sukkot. I think this is in Greek, like it remembers the donors or something, the people that helped finance the mosaic of that synagogue. Yeah, this is a Roman mosaic from probably a monastery in Bet Guvrin. You can see here why, like they took out. I think that it makes sense that the face was here, but they took out the face, so you can see the hand of the guy,
Right.
but his face is missing. They it looked like a deliberate vandalism.
That looks like a heart, doesn't it?
Okay.
Looks like a heart.
Yeah. Ah, yeah.
Like 2 hearts.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
a really pretty design.
Wow.
So as you can see here on the side, you have these, like you have a rabbit. Not entirely sure what animal that is, but you can see maybe antelope, you can see a dog. Wow. The floor is art.
And the last one is the floor from a mosque in Ramle from the 8th century CE. First of all, mosques, like they didn't really have figures, like they had a more abstract style, so it's more rare to find animals and stuff like that. It's easier to find just shapes. But look at the symbol over here. It looks here like a Star of David.
There is a Star of David.
Yeah, it's a floor of a mosaic. Looks like a Star of David. It's important to realize that back then in the 8th century CE, the Star of David wasn't a uniquely Jewish symbol. It was just like an artistic symbol that was used by people of different religions, including Muslims, of course.
We are trying to catch the sun while it's still out.
We are going to the Afeka Caves in the Afeka neighborhood of Tel Aviv. It's where there were Samaritan burial caves, I think dated to the same time period of the Samaritan church or synagogue.
So we've just turned off the path of just basically the neighborhood, and we are walking
To the hood.
to the hood.
He went from the neighborhood to the hood. My face is over here. Okay.
It's not easy to vlog this way.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh. He has the longer arm.
Yeah.
And we're walking in this, like, when you think about Tel Aviv, you think about just tall buildings and the beach and high tech, and you don't think about walking in this huge, humongous field and trekking your way through life. But I mean, Israel is surprising in this way, you know what I mean?
The Afeka Caves are right ahead of us. The highway is in front of us. The sky is above us.
The path is before us and the past is behind us.
But the present is called a present because it is a present.
Opa, 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 opa.
There was a great Samaritan revolt in the 6th century that spread across the entire land of Israel. It was against the Byzantines. It was crushed quite significantly, like thousands or tens of thousands of Samaritans were killed trying to suppress that rebellion. So according to what it says here, they stopped being buried in this graveyard probably because the community stopped existing here.
This is so exciting. So this is their tomb, basically.
Yeah, they'll just go in and...
Guys, this is spectacular. I feel like it's I don't feel eerie because there are no bodies here now, but it's just the fact that you're honored to be in a place where I guess you share people's grief, right? Like death is something that all religions, all people will experience, and everyone experiences it differently. They bury their dead differently. And this is how the Samaritans used to do it. They would, have these caves, which are actually really spectacular, and they would bury them inside. So there are more caves. Let's explore. Whoa! Now it's his turn.
Oh, no.
It's very hot. You can stand here at least.
Yeah.
So, no joke. What do you think happened with the bodies? I know that's a weird question, but
one second. Okay. I found a coin. Let's see what it is.
Oh.
It's a 5 shekel.
I got super excited. I was like, you found an actual coin?
It's a 5 shekel. The design of it, but like any modern coin, resembles ancient Israel. So these are the designs of the royal palaces in the kingdoms of Israel and the kingdom of Judah. And I don't believe it, I found another coin. Wow.
Did you plant these here?
Yeah.
I feel duped. I feel like you must have come here in advance.
Okay. This is a 10 agorot coin. Again, a modern coin, of course. The symbol here is of the menorah. It was, represents a coin that was minted in the time of the Hasmoneans by Matityahu Antigonus. He was the last Hasmonean king. He fought against King Herod the Great, and during the last years of his reign, when he was fighting against the Roman appointed King Herod, he minted these coins. It was the first time that the symbol of the menorah appeared on Jewish coins. So the 10 agorot coin was commemorates that ancient coin.
See, you're looking at the ground always to see like if there's pottery, then you find money.
Yeah.
Like a typical Jew. So you can see the roots of this tree have literally just grown around it, and the roof of this has collapsed. What's one thing for the audience that you want them to know about Israel or about the people, or what do you want them to know that they might not know?
I saw that sticker of the fallen soldier on the way walking here. Too many of them now in the past year and a half, nearly 2 years. We fight for the love of our homeland, not for hating the other. So we love our country, we are here to defend it. We don't have a hatred towards anyone. We are here for the love of the land, not for hatred of any other groups. One day, inshallah, there will be peace again, and everyone will be able to have happily together in a land without difference of race, ethnicity, religion, any of that. We have the ability to live in peace. The land is beautiful. There's enough place for everyone. There's no need to die for an ideology that doesn't have people in favor. And another point, of course, that's really important for me to to reiterate is the fact that the Jewish people are not colonizers. They never left the land, so the Jewish presence in this land non-stop. For over 3,000 years, Jews lived here. Prayed in Hebrew, called this place, referred to the land of Israel. The fact that we got our independence back is the greatest act of decolonization, but it doesn't mean that that we hate anyone else. There are other people here living with us, and hopefully one day there'll be peace with everyone. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, the series of vlogs. You enjoyed everything Tel Aviv has to offer. There's no place like Tel Aviv. You don't need to go to Jerusalem, one of those locations. Tel Aviv is a place if you want archaeology, history, and nature.
Okay.
You can take that with a grain of salt.
One man's opinion, you know?
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I've really enjoyed this day with you. Really, truly, and I appreciate you taking the time. We've been together from 12.
Unfortunately, yeah.
But we've had a fun day just exploring.
And I made 5 shekels on 10 agorot, so if that wasn't worth it, I don't know what else.
He's now a filthy rich Jew. And you guys will really appreciate his content. So I'm going to, of course, link again his Instagram and the description. And bye to you guys from this Samaritan burial site. That's it. Hit subscribe, follow him, and I love you guys. Follow me too. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Guys, I'm holding my phone in one hand. But... we made it! Wow.